Hi everyone, today's video is a little bit of an unboxing actually. I got an email the other day from a company called Golden Maple that make paintbrushes, asking me if I would like to try some of their brushes. Full disclosure, they sent me these for free to try out and I said I would do a little video. I haven't tried them. I've literally opened the box and had a little look, but they're still all in the packaging. So I thought I would open them with you. I've got some watercolour card here and I'm just going to have a little look at them. So what I chose, they've got a really great selection actually. I'll put a link in the description box to their website. They're called Golden Maple and they've got lots of sets. I chose the watercolour brush set because I thought this looked like a good combo of the sort of brushes that I would use, because I'm still learning really. I've been doing watercolour online lessons. Obviously I do the Himi shows on Hobby Maker quite regularly. So watercolouring and using gouache is something I've been kind of practicing quite a lot in my spare time. And I thought this looked like a good sort of starter set for watercolours. Their brushes are pretty inexpensive actually, so I'm really quite interested to see quality wise how these are going to be, because you know, you can spend a lot of money on brushes, and I have got a real varied selection of brushes actually already, some of which I've spent sort of 20 quid a brush, some I've bought sets for sort of 20 quid. So this is a good sort of price wise. I think at the moment, I had a quick look, this set's about £32 I think, which is really good for 6 brushes. So let's have a little look. So what I've got in this collection, now you can buy all of these individually if you feel you're not going to use all of these, but I thought the set was a good starting point. So let's take all these cellophane off first, then we can see what I can show you what we've got in this collection. I was really curious to try these actually, because I saw Tim Holtz had some of these brushes where they're not sort of glued in, it's got wire binding, because I feel these would be quite good you know, for a lot of mixed media techniques. So let's get all of these off. So I've got 3 of those kind of type of brushes. Right, so I'm guessing as always they're going to be they're always rock solid, aren't they? When you get new brushes, you have to rinse off the... Oh, wow, look at that. This is a lovely big mop brush. So this is a size 10 mop brush. Then we've got a size 8. So let's rinse that, whatever it is they put on the brushes when they're new. Now these are seriously going to take a lot of water. I'm looking forward to trying those. And then there's a smaller one here. This is a 2. There we go. So there's those 3. Then we've got a size 16 of the round. Lovely. Then we've got this one, size 8. This has got a real point to it, so that's going to be quite an interesting one to try. And then a nice detail number 2, so that's going to be good for a lot of detail. Let's move that box out of the way. Let's grab some watercolour card and just have a little play. I'll just grab some paints. Bear with me a second. I'll just grab one of my Himi sets of watercolour paints. Let's pop this here so you can see the colours. Let's start with this whopping great big brush. So this is the size 10. Let's give my paints a spritz. I should have done this before I started the video. My paints are a little bit messy. I accidentally stored this a little bit at an angle and they've sort of run into each other, which of course won't really matter. Let's go for quite a dark colour so we can really see how this... So this has got a lovely big brush. Oh no, that's lovely. Yeah, they do feel really nice to work with. I don't know that I'd be doing that much with a brush this large, because I'm more of a crafter, I guess. But it's nice to have all the sizes, isn't it? I think if I were doing some loose florals on a sheet, then I would be using that size. So this is the size 8. Yeah, they are lovely to work with. Actually, I think this one is the perfect size. You know, if you're a card maker and you're working on sort of this sort of size for doing petals and things, I think this one is a nice size to work with. And the point's really quite nice. Let's just see how fine yes, you can get quite a fine line even with this great big brush. But yeah, it's going to be great for doing leaves and petals. So that is the size 8. These are the mop brushes. And then we've got a size 2 mop brush. I think this is probably the one I'm going to use most, because it's kind of small enough that I could be colouring in stamped images with this. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be my go-to in terms of size. But yeah, you can get a nice fine line with this. Yep. And then you can see they do hold their shape quite nicely. So that's the 3 mop brushes. Then I've got the 16 round. Let's bring in another sheet for this. I'll stick with the same colour. So yeah, they've all got lovely fine detailed points. This is lovely. Yep, I'm very impressed with the quality of these. I mean, obviously I have literally just taken them out the box, so we'll see how they over time. They're a nice length to the handles as well. So that is the 16 rounds. Then sticking with that type, let's do this number 2. So this is going to be great for detail. I'll probably use this when I'm colouring in stamped images. But yeah, nice for detail. You can get a nice fine line with that. Yep. Very nice. Yep, I'm impressed so far. And then this one with this funny point. Let's see. So this point. Oh yes, you can get a really fine line with that. That's lovely. And then I guess if you start off fine, that would be good for leaves and things, I think. Starting off fine, and then yeah, be nice for florals. I think this set, if you are like me and you like doing your flowers, great for getting good shapes to your petals. So as I say, I will put a link in the description box to the company that sent me these. This is literally my first attempt with them. I will update, I'll come back in a while with an update on how I'm finding them as I use them. But my first impressions are that for the money, they're great value. And I didn't have any mop brushes. I really wanted some of these sort of huge mop brushes. So I'm impressed with these. I think these are going to be great fun to work with. Yeah. So yes, I'll put all the details in the description box. You can go over to their site and have a little look. This is the watercolour set. You can buy each of these individually if one of these particularly is appealing to you, but they've also got lots of other sets. They've also got sort of acrylic brushes, etc. So I hope this video might be useful if you're looking for some relatively inexpensive brushes to try. I think these so far seem pretty impressive for the money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.